Good morning. And thanks for being here this morning. Welcome to the Ashland County Sheriff's Office. I'm kind of blown away by the number of people that are here. It's kind of exciting. What we're going to do is we're going to do a media event here this morning. And we have a few people who are going to talk and say a few words. Any questions we'll defer to after everyone's made a statement or something like that. And if anybody's got any questions from the media, we'd be happy to answer them. I'm Sheriff E. Risner. I'm the Sheriff in Ashland County. And on the stage with me also is Pete Elliott, the Marshal for the Northern District of Ohio. Pete. Chief Marcelli's here, and I think you can see the mayor back there. Good morning, Mayor. How are you, sir? And,
come on up, Mayor.
And we have our new post commander, Lieutenant Durant. Did I say it right? Yes. Okay, good. Just met him this morning. So we'll go ahead and get started. It's kind of an exciting day for us today. We can finally start taking some posters down that we've got all over the town because the individual we've been looking for a while now was apprehended this morning around 9:30, I believe. So. I won't get into the details of the apprehension. I'll let the Marshal Elliott handle that part of it. But what I do want to do is just say that since this happened on the 4th of July, and when Lynn was recovered on the 16th of July, and a warrant was issued on the 16th of July, I can tell you that the law enforcement community, the marshals, Northern District Marshal's Office, the Deputy Marshals, the Ashland Police Department, my guys here at the Sheriff's Office, BCI, every law enforcement agency around us have worked every day, and I mean worked every day, hour after hour after hour, and to follow up leads, to make trips to other states, to do a lot of stuff a lot of people didn't see that was going on in the community out here, but these guys have been working nonstop some really long days, and I'm talking 16, 18-hour days, to do the job to try to get to where we're at today.
Thank you.
These guys get the thanks here. They're the ones that do it all. You know, as we go into an investigation, we gain a lot of knowledge that the community doesn't get to share. And I know there's a frustration level with that because sometimes folks really don't think we're doing anything, but I can tell you that we work very hard at what we do here, and we work very well together. We belong to a task force with the marshals in the Northern District here. It brings a lot of resources for our local law enforcement community that we couldn't do if we didn't all work together and belong to a task force like that. We wouldn't be able to do some of the things that we do. I've been here 23 years, and I can tell you, in my experience in 23 years, I've never seen an incident in this community or a surrounding community that has affected the community like this has. I have not seen that. I've not seen so many people come together to give aid and comfort and support to the Johnson family and Lynn's children as I've seen in the last month and a half. It's just unbelievable how much impact that this has had on our community here. And what it says, just you being here today, the number of people here today, makes a great statement with this community on how close this has pulled us together here and how important Lynn Jackenheimer was to our community. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad we can take the posters down. And now the process will start in North Carolina. And we'll give them any assistance, any aid that we need to, any evidence, anything that we've worked on to include the traveling to North Carolina. If our guys have to go there and do that, we'll do that. Whatever we need to do, we're going to do to ensure that justice is brought for Lynn Jackenheimer. I can assure you that. And I'd like to have Marshal Elliott come up and say a few words.
Thanks, Sheriff. Thanks, sir. I know I'm going to knock over something I usually do here, so You know, I've been the marshal here for 10 years, and our task force over the last 10 years has arrested 30,000 people. And I've been in every community you can imagine throughout the state, but I have never seen a community like this and the pouring out of a community like this. Today, Ashland County brought Nate Summerfield to justice. So, this morning at 9:30 a.m., 9:30 this morning, Nate Summerfield was arrested not far from here. Nate Summerfield was in Medina County. He was at 810 High Street at the Legacy Inn, where he checked in under a fictitious name. He's been staying there for one day. The deputy U.S. Marshals, the deputy sheriffs, the police officers have tracked him all over this country. In fact, on August 8th, we found his vehicle in Michigan on the Indiana border in Barron County, Michigan. These guys never, ever, ever quit. They persevered since day one after this individual. And I know the media out there, I was getting calls every single day, and we could not release anything. But I will guarantee you, and I promise you, that they are on this case every moment, every day, and they did not sleep. They were determined to bring justice to the family of your family of Lynn Jackenheimer, and to bring Nate Summerfield to justice. And again, Ashland County, you did it. You guys stayed on top of this case all along, kept it in the media, kept it in the forefront, and again, our men and women of the task force never, ever, ever stopped. Again, there are so many people involved in this investigation since day one. A few years ago, with the sheriff of Ashland and with Richland County, you know, we formed our task force in anticipation of days like this. And since the beginning of that task force, again, these men and women standing behind me, these have persevered and never ever quit to make sure that we follow up on cases like this, no matter where these individuals run or where they hide. So today is a good day. Feel proud, Ashland County and the city of Ashland. Again, you brought this individual to justice, and we in law enforcement are very, very, very proud of you. 9:30 this morning, he is in Medina County Jail right now, and he will be extradited back to face his charges in North Carolina. And I'm happy, very happy, that we have brought a peaceful resolution to this case and this investigation. Sheriff?
Thank you, Marshal. Chief Dave Marcelli.
There's not a lot that I can add that the Sheriff and Marshal Elliott haven't already said. I wanted to let you know that the commitment of this community, the City of Ashland Police Division, the Ashland County Sheriff's Office, and the Northern Ohio Violent Fugitive Task Force was immeasurable. The cooperation between these agencies is what enabled us to be here today. And I want to establish with the Sheriff and the Marshal our commitment to continue that in the future. We hope we never, ever, ever have to do this again. And I appreciate the community's support, and I know the family's going to need support in the oncoming events in North Carolina, and I'm sure that's going to continue. Thank you.